What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. What's cracking, y'all? Back with some more Kobe Bean Bryant content. This one from the podcast P with Paul George, Paul George's podcast. I don't think I've reacted to any podcast P content, but this one says the specific rules when guarding Kobe Bryant, and I believe on the thumbnail that's Dante Jones there. They had some battles. Dante Jones was a very athletic player. He could really dunk the basketball. Very strong, and him and Kobe had some battles with Dante Jones guarding Kobe Bryant. But I'm curious to see what they got to say on Kobe Bryant, because maybe there's rules, but there's no rules. I mean, you do your best to set rules, but at the end of the day, Kobe's arsenal was just so vast and ridiculous. He had a counter move. He had 100 counter moves for everything you had to throw at him. So it is what it is. Let's see what's going on in this one.
Tell me what's the most thing you remember about Kobe during that Western Finals.
He was a dog, and he was relentless, and his mental approach to the game. Like, we played that year, and he knew my minute structure. So he had watched film enough to know that George Karl only played me the first 6 minutes of the first and the first 6 minutes of the third, and it could get tricky for me. I'm not gonna play no fourth quarters because George wouldn't play a Duke guy in the fourth quarter. He told me that to my face. Like, you went to Duke, I'm with UNC. I don't really mess with y'all, but you my favorite. But you're not gonna play no fourths for me. So he knew my minute structure to the point where he would just facilitate. He didn't want to deal with no physicality. He wasn't gonna wrestle with.
That sounds about right with George Karl. A lot of players have come out publicly recently speaking out on how crappy George Karl was.
With me, or didn't talk no trash, didn't say nothing crazy. He would just facilitate.
Was you talking to him?
No, because
okay. you wasn't even trying to.
No, he was it for me. Like, yeah. MJ, Cole, Ray Allen, as I said, AI. Like, those are my four. I'm playing hard as I can because that's how you show your respect to the people that you admire. Like, I'm never gonna back down. So right. I wanted to get his approval as a competitor.
Right.
So no, he never said anything ill to me. We never talked crazy to each other. He was physical. He competed. When I went out the game, then he would go at JR and Anthony Carter. And then when I came back, he would pick his moments and stuff, but he would never fully attack because he knew that's what I was only there for.
What was because I remember those battles and those games were fun growing up a Lakers fan, but I want to know what the scouting report, how did you prepare for Kobe? Was there a scouting report, or was it just, hey, go out there and try your best?
There was a scouting report.
I'm about to say.
What was it? What was his weaknesses? What were you trying to make? How were you trying to win that battle?
Every player has a rhythm, right? And they have go-tos. And as you said, he has favorite moves and he has counters. So to be physical with him, to not let him get to his spot, to try and get into his handle a little bit, to make him rush, just to make everything hard. And then, most of the stuff you may see from me and why the Lakers fans hate me to this day is that you just had to just wear him down because he's going to take a lot of shots. He's going to be used a lot. So we had different rules than we have now. So we had bounties on him, and he could not get a layup because my teammates would cuss me out.
Yeah.
George, Kenyon, Big Shot, if he got a layup without me fouling him, knowing that I'm only going to play 18 minutes or not, I'm going to fully get cussed out.
Yeah.
So that's why you see me be ultra aggressive. He beat me one time and I pushed him in the back. But that in my mind, it wasn't to hurt him.
I remember that.
You knew the repercussions, but
no.
So I didn't get benched.
I remember that.
Not to get benched, but the only other option is to go for the ball and really hurt him and take him out the air, or just to catch him before he gets off the floor.
Right.
So I just he's about to take off, pushed him, and he goes out of bounds.
I
And it's
that.
Yo, what you doing? But he don't know that I have to, or I'll get fined. You feel me? If you get a layup, I lose money. I get cussed out. They got pictures of me and Chauncey and Kenyon and Melo arguing because I wasn't physical enough.
Mhm.
They had me like on the leash and they were just, just messing
Get
me
him,
up.
Tank.
Yeah. And I'm like, all right, people looking at me like I'm
18
crazy
minutes for
now.
6 fouls. I mean,
calling-
yeah, it makes sense
like-
now that I think about
They
it.
was
Most of our
calling you the
altercations
dirty
are in a
player.
Denver Nuggets uniform
Mhm.
because that was my role. It worked for everybody. Kenyon, that was Kenyon's role. He was the bully.
Mm-hmm.
He controlled everything. Even he had to guard Dirk. Like he had to get physical, and that was our level of basketball. We're gonna be physical. We're gonna wear people down because Big Shot was coming from Detroit, and that
Mhm.
was theirs. So he gave us an identity. We got our scorers. We got our main guy. We got our general. But we're gonna be physical. We're gonna wear you down. We're gonna fly around. We're gonna have fun, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk crazy, and that's just what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So even in that, and it worked. Like for that year, it worked. We had an identity, and people were scared to play us.
Mm-hmm.
So Cole come
Y'all
like
was dirty.
Cole. It's a fine line. Like we were physical.
Different game.
It's a different level of physicality that was allowed. And if we gonna foul you, we gonna make sure you feel it. Like you got to go to the ground. And yeah,
There you go.
we're not like gonna kick you. Like,
Mhm.
but like if I'm gonna foul you, it's not gonna be a hand foul. Like
Yeah.
you gonna feel it. You gonna get your free throws, and I'm gonna say I did it. I'm not gonna act like I didn't.
Yeah.
But
The intent is for you to be
Yeah.
like
Like, I don't
over
wanna do
time.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
over time. Like
nah.
I had enough. Like I'm gonna stop going to the paint. I'm gonna settle for a couple jumpers.
Yeah, and we make you settle,
Yeah.
and then because the paint was somewhere we didn't want you to come.
Mm-hmm.
You got into the paint, you got to know that you're gonna get fouled hard, or we coming. I got Nene behind me, I got Kenyon behind me. Like they trying to block shots, and then we gonna be physical. Our traps, physical. Our ball pressure, physical. We just wanted to be physical at any point in time we could, and we wore teams down like that. So, like the stuff with Cole was physical on his post.
Yeah.
Into him in the ball. He get in the paint. Like if I can't make a play, and it was like 4 or 5 times where I couldn't really make a play, like I have to make sure he does not get a shot up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's where you see some of the stuff come out. And, like I loved him more as much as you do or
Yeah.
any other. Like that was like he was
But
the epitome of
right.
basketball.
I know Kobe is so good at like masking, right? Whether y'all was getting to him or not, I know he's so good at like, the just warrior mentality.
Mhm.
Like at any point, was y'all like, yeah, we
We got him.
getting him. We getting to him.
No. There was
He
no
was
point in time
doing
like, we got him under
Yeah.
control. No, by no means.
Okay.
And me and him had like the same agent. So like I had worked out with Kobe in the summertime. Like most people don't know that. Like I've been in Santa Monica, St. Monica's one-on-one, him, Corey Maggette. Like, so I know Kobe, and I've been competing against Kobe by this time.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he's not gonna give up.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could have a game where he go 0 for 32. He's coming.
Mhm.
He's gonna keep shooting. He's gonna keep being aggressive. He's gonna keep controlling the game.
Like an
Like-
elephant.
Yeah, like you
Got a good
can't really
memory.
shake him. So we never thought that we had him rattled by no means.
Mm-hmm.
We just knew we had those games to the point we had games won. We made mistakes at the end of the game, like
Mhm.
side out of bounds plays. They get a steal and they win. So we just want to control the game and be the more physical team.
Look, Dante Jones also, look, he definitely, I remember that. He pushed Kobe in the back. I remember that. But there was also a game, and I think it was the season where he tore his Achilles. I could be mistaken, but Dante Jones purposely undercut Kobe, put his feet under him, so that Kobe landed on his feet. I hurt himself. Listen, man, I didn't forget that, Dante Jones. But Kobe Bryant cooked the Denver Nuggets in those 2009 finals, the Western Conference Finals, 2009 Western Conference Finals. He cooked the Nuggets. He cooked them. And then that big game where Kobe in Denver, Kobe hit that three-pointer, that clutch bucket, because the game was close. But that pretty much sealed the deal right there. He cooked, man. He cooked the Nuggets, man. And I was kind of worried going into that series because the Denver Nuggets could be a high octane team, and they had Kenyon Martin, they had some streaky role players, and J.R. Smith was probably a little better than a role player at that time in his career. Could shoot, was athletic, was fast, could get to the cup. Like you said, they had Nene in the paint. Of course, like you said, they got Melo. They got Chauncey Billups, a veteran point guard, who was a dynamic floor leader, floor general. They had a squad, bro. And it's crazy to think that if that Laker team didn't exist, Carmelo Anthony probably has an NBA championship with the Denver Nuggets. And maybe his career is completely different. How people view him is completely different. Think about that. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, he cooked those fools. But that Kobe Bryant stretch there, even when you consider when they lost in the 2008 finals, still that 3 year stretch of going to the finals 3 consecutive times, that was a gauntlet, bro. That Western Conference was a gauntlet. Even having to face that Boston Celtics team twice, but aside from that, he had to take down the San Antonio Spurs, the up and coming OKC. He had to take down that Houston team, and I still want to do content on that Houston series because Kobe Bryant had to face Ron Artest and Shane Battier for a 7-game series, two of the best wing defenders in the NBA. There was like never a possession where he didn't have either Battier or Ron Artest on him, suffocating him. And that Houston Rockets team, they still had Yao Ming. They had Aaron Brooks, if I'm not mistaken. It's causing all kinds of havoc. We had trouble with small, quick point guards. Fish had problems with them. And Fish was a good defensive player, but those young, quick guys, especially as Fisher got older, was a problem. Yo, that was a gauntlet, man. The Phoenix Suns, that was a tough run, man. And as much as I think about it, it was like I can't even be surprised that they finally got taken out by somebody in 2011 playoffs by the second round, Dallas Mavericks, because it's like, how can you keep on defying the odds with all these teams you're facing? But yeah, Kobe Bryant was, like you said, man, all you can try to do is try to make him uncomfortable and beat him to his sweet spots or prevent him from getting to his sweet spots and just make it difficult for him. But the guy was relentless. That's who Kobe Bryant was. And like you said, he always had counter moves. You think you got him trapped, and next thing you know, he's created space and able to get off a shot or a move, or even if he's not able to create space, he might still take the shot with suffocating defense, and it's just still might go in because the dude was the king of difficult shot making and taking. That's just the facts. Anywho, y'all let me know what you think about it. I appreciate you for stepping in. This was kind of cool to watch. Playoff P, I see you, guy. I see you, Playoff P. Not Pandemic P, Playoff P. I see you. Good luck to you and the Clippers this season. Would love to see you, Russ, Kawhi, and not so much James Harden, but at least those guys get another chip. And you guys have been playing great so far. Well deserved if you pull it off. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and I catch you on the next one. We out, baby.